Hi, welcome to another episode of Comics Review. I'm your host, Kevin Starkey. The first comic, actually this is a graphic novel that I want to talk about today, is Locke Key. This is Head Games. This is the second one of the Locke Key series. This is by Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's son. He's the writer on this, and Gabriel Rodriguez is the artist on this. And if you're a fan, if you've read the first one, you'll love this. I mean, it's the same characters. It's a continuation of that family and their story. And there's a new key in this one that does different things than the first. In the first book, the key made people invisible, almost like a ghost. They could pop around in different places, and they would actually use the key to open a door. And when they opened the door, their physical body would fall to the ground and lay there. And like a spirit or whatever would go around, and they could think I want to be in this place, and they'd go there, and they could see other people and listen to what they were saying and stuff like that. And then in this one, the key opens up the back of your head. There's like a keyhole appears when you put the key close to the back of your neck, and then you turn it, and the whole head just opens up. And then when you look inside, you can see different memories from the past. It doesn't look like a brain in there, based on what it looks like when you stick the key in. And so then the whole story's about, here's a shot inside the head there. So this one's it's mainly about the kids. There's a wife and a husband in the first issue, and they have their 3 kids. And then the father gets killed in that first book, and then the rest of the family moves to a childhood home of that father who was killed, and everything sort of takes place in that house. Locke is the family name, and then in this one, they're still in that house. It's still the same family, and it's mostly the kids. I mean, the mom is having a hard time dealing with the new situation. And the kids are adjusting, and it's a really good story. I'm really, the artwork in here is really some good stuff. The writing is really good. So this is all about getting inside the head and taking out certain memories or planting memories in there, and it's a really cool story. Highly recommend this one. The third book is already out in hardback. I was waiting to pick up the trade paperback of this one, and I'll get the third one when that gets to trade paperback. So I'm not collecting the monthlies with this one. It's just a lot easier for me to just pick up these trade paperbacks and dig in. So definitely pick that up. It's really good. The next one I want to talk about, this is from Vertigo Crime. This is A Sickness in the Family. Here, let me give you a close-up look at that one. This is Denise Mina, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. She's the writer, and the art is by Antonio Fuso, and this is a really cool book. The one thing about this, though, that you might not like is that the art is in black and white, and it's a story about a family that lives in this house. There's a husband and wife. There's a son and a daughter, and then there's another son who's adopted, and then the mother's mother lives with them, and they're taking care of her. She's elderly, and the family's very dysfunctional. An event happens, and everyone starts fighting with each other and not getting along, and people start dying in the family, one after the other, and there's this whole mystery of who is doing it, and it's really good. I mean, this is in the crime genre. I guess this is an imprint from Vertigo, their crime series books. Definitely pick this up if you like the crime sort of genre and mystery kind of thing. Really a good read. Even if you don't really like the black and white necessarily, you'll like it. It's a good story, and it doesn't detract from it that there is no color in there. The next one I want to talk about, this is from Studio 407, who I had never heard of before. They're a new a new printing company for comics. And this is called Night and Fog. This is issue number 1. It says May '08, but it just came out, so I'm not really sure about that. I'll have to look into it. This is a really cool story. Let me show you some of the art in this. Basically what it is there's a U.S. government-run facility off the coast of Canada, the east coast of Canada. There are scientists there, and they're pretending to not be Americans. They wear like Canadian uniforms. They don't want anyone to know that this is an American base. And they're studying genetic mutations and how to make like a perfect soldier and stuff like that. And this big government official shows up there and wants to do an inspection and see what's going on and have them present sort of, this is what we're doing, and wow, aren't you impressed, and give us more money, that kind of thing. And while he's there, there's a ship off the coast, or just off from where they're at, that there's a big storm and it needs help, and they know about it, and they call the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard's got their hands full. They said, can you guys take your helicopter out there and help them for us, because we just can't get out there. And so they do, and during that rescue, it doesn't go very well, and the helicopter crashes into the facility, where they're doing all this genetic testing and stuff, and there's all these serums and things, and all this stuff gets loose, and there's a big lockdown, and it sort of ends with one of the doctors getting into some chemicals and transforming, and then it sort of just ends there. So you don't know what's going to happen next. I liked this a lot. This was a lot of fun. The artwork's cool. The writing is great. The color is really good. This looks like it's going to be a really good publishing company. I need to look into them. Studio-407.com is their website. I'm going to check them out and see what other stuff. It looks like they got some other titles coming out soon too. But yeah, I need to look into why the date is like 2008. That's kind of strange. That's it for this week. Please leave a comment here or over on my blog at twodognight.net and let me know what you're reading this week. Have you read any things I've reviewed? And I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.